No chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Once more, here's Eckler. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Gerald Everett is tied in, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle for a bust of 3. Here comes third down at 7. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that could have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Now 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. Back deep for the Jets, McCole Hardman. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Jets will take over. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10. At their own 27. Wilson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 42 on the catch and run.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
Wilson's throw here will be caught by Wilson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, 34 yards. And the Jets are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated and turning it into points on their side. So now you get a team working together, and you get the crowd involved fully on their side in this ballgame.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's Eckler again. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Allen, the man in motion left. On 2nd down, Eckler. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, go line.
Herbert now. And he's going to go down here. Sacked. They push him back to the 34. Jermaine Johnson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Eckler is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now. 3rd. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him, because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start. 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
Allen, the man in motion right.
Hey, go Lion. Let's go.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jermaine Johnson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get him the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Well, he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Nifty move. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 40 yards on the ground for him so far.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Ball throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert off the bootleg. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Herbert. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And they will not couldn't get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On third down, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Hall ought to give up the middle. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 42. 59 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run with Hall. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Back to the ground with Hall. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Now it's the Rams' 2nd all-time leading scorer kicking in a Dallas uniform, Greg Zuerlein. This a 43-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler. He tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Eckler now between the tackles. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Third and 8.
Go. Hey, Ram. Go.
Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry. They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Dodges him at the 50. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 77 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We said the linebacker made the stop.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They snap it to Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the call.
And now off to the races down the right side. And with the clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed. And after that touchdown, we are just a PAT away from a tie game. And I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game, all even? They just scored. If they kick this extra point and tie it, they're going to feel like they're the ones that are in control.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 14. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Here's Mecole Hardman. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs. But when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And shoves him off at the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 37 yards. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Crowd right. Go, hey, go.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. They'll try the right side with Eckler. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Chargers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 21-14. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready, break.
To throw is Wilson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. A misconnection there, and he's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Wilson now to throw on third down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Straight ahead is Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 26. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. They'll give to Hall. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's in.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Baylor Tigers.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This is swung out to Eckler. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers.
On the give, this is Eckler. Wiggles free, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Ray.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
Go.
And quickly, they get to the line. Herbert on 3rd down now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A handoff. It's Eckler. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Easy. We go orange. Go.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Man open left side, it's Williams. Chargers. Mike Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Wilson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wilson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, Wilson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Chargers will take over here just shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And his carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Herbert now. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Set. 5-9, 5-9.
Now a toss, running left, Eckler. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Set.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he floated one out there, incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Up the middle with Eckler. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the 4th on the punt fumble. A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 26. Open man here is Conklin. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Here now, 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense has been physical all all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Okay, 2nd and 1, you get nothing. What now on 3rd and 1?
Sorry about that. I was so excited I jumped in on you. This is almost like practice to me. Line it up and do it again. You didn't get it right the first time. Just get right back on the ball and go. It doesn't matter that they know you're coming. You ought to be able to pick up this short yardage.
Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing just outside his own goal line. Hardman on the return. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. This is 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
26 yards. That's good for a Jets.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Throw left side. The ball comes out. And that is ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Take over 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Let's go.
Here now, 2nd and 10 from the 13. Wilson will throw again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Let's go now.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Chargers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game.
But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he will have a Charger first down, and that should be the one that gets